Hello and welcome to episode 18 of this Let's Play series. We are playing Factorio. And over the last few days since I last recorded episode 17, there has been three new patches. Version 0.15.7, 0.15.8 and 0.15.9. The biggest change of that is the rebalancing of science packs. And let me just read that real quick. The balancing changes as follows. 1. Change production science pack recipes to require assembly machine 1 instead of pump jack. So that is these guys here. So now they require assembly machine 1 instead of pump jack. So these need to be changed. Science pack 3 requires electric milling machines instead of assembly machine 1. So these guys here need right, so this one need to be changed here. So this now is all messed up. And then change crafting times. So the crafting times I'm not too worried about. Or maybe I should. So it changed oil refinery from 20 to 10, pump jack 10 to 5, and chemical plant from 10 to 5. Lab 5 to 3, roboport 15 to 10. So that really doesn't affect this at all. However, these do. So now the blue signs, the sign pack 3 require electric mining drill, one of each. So this, see what we need to, that's not what I meant to do at all. Electric mining drill, which is this thing here. So it required pretty much the same thing. So this requires steel, iron, electronic and pipe. This requires electronic, gear wheel and iron plate. So when I said it doesn't change, it changed. So the only reason that it is working, wait, I'm confused. What were we putting out before? Oh, we were putting out assembly machine 1. That's what it is. Okay. So this requires 3509. This require 3510. Okay, so very similar. So that's fine. So however, what we need to do is just pick out all the let's just break this real quick. Stick a chest in here. And try to stand someplace where we don't get moved off. And let's get one of these filter inserter if we can. Stack inserter, stack filter, filter inserter. Just got one of these. And for this one, we'll filter just this. So all these out the way. And then hopefully we can get this stuff back and running. Why is this not running? Possibly because because I click on the thing. So this one now need to run with this. So we can get blue sign working again. And then we'll address this next. Okay, so that's cleared that out. That's all done. 135 assembling machine. Now the other thing I do want to do is certainly I do not need to request the small assembly machine anymore. We'll change everything to the bigger assembly machine. And where do we make those? We make them somewhere around here, I think. No. Oh, down here. So now let's go ahead and break this off I don't think we'll this anymore. Let's go ahead and break one of these as well. Stop this, grab that, and I'll move this 2 tiles over, because what I want to do is set up the option to have thing done automatically. So right here should be fine. That's 2 tile over. Let's stick all these in if we can. Yeah, that's alright. Won't have that much problem with that. Stick all these in the system, and eventually what I'll do is have an inserter here that is smart, and it can detect whether or not the overall network is low. Then it can supply these. Otherwise we don't want to make these anymore, and these will basically we'll take this and replace that with that. Put all these guys in there. So at some point we'll just get the network to determine whether or not we're making more of those guys. And in the meantime, let's also request, well, we'll worry about that when it comes to it. Not to worry about it now. So we have our blue signs working again. The next one is the production sign, which is the purple signs. I need to graph some so this one now requires assembly machine 1 instead of pump jacks, which we have a ton of pump jacks. And if we switch this to making assembly machine 1 instead, so pump jack requires steel plate and all these fancy things, and we switch it to assembly machine 1. So green circuit, gear wheel 3, 5, 5, 10. So need less, and then iron plate versus pipe and things. So okay, so we'll do that. Let's just make sure we switch all these things over. So right now none of these things will work, and then we'll extract. Oh, I need to fix the belt up there too. Almost forgotten. Too many things to do. So here. So this belt here is fine. Leave that. Put a fancy filter inserter back here, and we'll get all the pump jack. Then we'll go back up here where we broke something. Oh, we broke this line here. We need to continue back down. So clear all that out. Now, instead of having pipe, which we don't need anymore, unfortunately, actually let's do this. And then we'll get our pipe off there, and we don't need steel anymore here either. This is steel. Let's break that right off. Instead we just need iron. So pull all the steel off, pull all the iron off. Okay. The iron belt here might becomes a problem. We'll deal with it when it comes to it. Okay, so these are done. Tons and tons of pump jacks that I don't know what to do with. At some point, hopefully they'll have a recycler option so as to build recyclers. Let's put a chest here. And pull all of the pipe off. We have to do the same down there, but one side at a time, I think. And up here, I think I'll just siphon it off myself, because we can use both steel and green circuits. Okay, so assembly machine 1 is a go. To be honest, I think we can use all these things. Uh-oh. No, that's fine. I just need to start pulling these things off. And thing will move down to the right place. Okay, so those are working again, which means we are doing the right thing. The ratio may be a little bit out of whack, but right now I don't think I'll go back and change that. Get all the pipes. Now of course we have a ton of pump jacks, and I don't know what to do with them all. Okay, let's just put these in. So those are all running. Take this off again. Go ahead and put all the pump jack and things in here. We don't really need them. And then we need to set these things down in a chest somewhere. Actually, no, we don't. Just need to drop them. And then we do not need to request them anymore. Then we need purple circuits on this side and battery on the other side. I think our science is back running. So let's go ahead and clear that out. Double that up. Clear that out. Double that up. Just in case we have more than enough. And why is this one not running? Because we don't have any copper. Imagine that. No copper. And I don't have any copper on me. Wow. Do we not have any copper at all? Could be an issue. I assume we do, because we have copper coming. Yeah, the copper lines are pretty well laden, and that is in the network. Maybe it's just lower priority than everything else. Let's go ahead and flop the coppers down into the chest. And soon enough won't have to worry about that once we have the logistic system research. When that's research, we can actually put request the chest right there and get all the stuff ourselves. Purple, battery. Then we need to work on military science and space science, but I don't think we need to get there quite yet. Okay. here's the bunch of bots trying to go and deliver copper. And it looks like it might be better for us to use another method to deliver the copper coil, because it takes so many copper coil. Oh, that robot's going to have to wait, because the other thing I want to do is start building some more robots. 38 frames, and we have 60 and 43 logistic. Do we have any robot on hand? We do. Where am I? Oh, I'm over here. Okay. So we have 60 and 45. Let's build another 15 logistic robot at least. That'll bring it up to 60 apiece. And then I can build another 20 or so. Another 20. Let's just build 20 of these guys. Okay, sorry about that. I just had to pause a little bit because the dogs and cats need to be fed. So we have these running slowly. Let's clear that out for now. Just pile up the rest of the circuits I have on here and the rest of the copper I have on here. So hopefully we can get this done very soon. In the meantime, we have 80 logistic and 60 construction. Let's see if we can go and find 20 robot frames and finish that up to a nice 100 robots. And after all that, we need to start looking at expansion. Build one of these over here. Or two. I am now stuck. Get all those out. Lots of coals everywhere. This guy is stuck because he needs battery. Give us some more circuits, some more steel. This guy is going really slowly because it's missing something. Oh, this is what needs steel down here. That's what happened. We don't have enough steel coming down this way. So we probably need another steel smelting section somewhere. Actually, we just need to double this up. I think we'll be fine. So let's go and grab. Let's just blueprint print this and not worry about things. Just like so. And then some of these. Okay, so we'll double up the steel, assuming these still work. I think they still do. There you go, they still work. So what I need to do now, I'm trying to get some more of these and try to figure out why they're not running. Maybe they short something else again. Always a possibility. Oh, of course they do. They need purple circuits. Almost done, almost done, almost done. Alright, so now we can build these guys. And that simplifies our job quite a bit. So that is the end of that branch of science. Let's see what else we should focus on next. Combat robotic, we need to make military science, so let's not worry about that. Insert a capacity bonus 4. Small amount stacking to non-stack inserter. I don't even know what that means. Shield equipment, need military science. Discharge defense. Efficiency module 3. Not sure I want that. Because I'm not sure if there's any reason to use that and not 3 of those. Oh, this is what we want. We do want this. So we'll just make assembly machine 3 everywhere. Let's do that. Okay, so now that's done. Let's graph a bunch of these guys. First thing first, this guy needs one. This guy, I don't think they need that. Just need. Wait, wrong place. Wrong place. This guy needs to be changed. This one just need purple stuff. Of course, it has all those. I don't know why this has that in there, because that's the wrong thing. Just have things mess up everywhere. There you go. That should be where. Let's just grab these. That's one. Maybe that's what I should try not to do, because I try to copy everything, all the setting to as once, but I really only need to copy, just change one setting. So this is the next one. This one we are requiring also purple circuits. Let's dial down to 50. This is one we're requiring battery. Battery. Right here. 50 is good. This is going to request copper. $100 is fine. So now this is going to run by itself. Hopefully. We'll find out in a little while. A couple other things that have not been running automatically. One is the robot frame production up here. So let's fix that. That is this just here. This one, we just copy that and take out the steel, because we have steel taken over here by itself. And that note, just take the steel out. We can use the steel. So this guy is the guy that is going to do all that stuff. Over here, everything is done automatically already. We used to have to ferry stuff up, but not anymore, so that's fine. Is there anything else? Oh, this is the one that will need to be changed. This will request all the assembly machine ones. Assembly machine 1, where is that? Here. And then take a smart inserter. Oh, we don't have smart inserter anymore, I don't think. Let's grab this one. Can we say logistic network not connected? Why not connected? Should be. Maybe it just doesn't have. Let's rotate it a little bit first. Connect power. Logistic network not connected. Oh, connected to logistic network. And only enable if machine is less than no, let's take all this stuff out. This one requires 100 or 50, whatever that is. Build a separate one to provide. Grab a fast inserter. I think any regular inserter would be fine. Go and connect to that, and we'll set this one is less than 4. Okay. So now if I take this 4 out, that's interesting, because it does not count So we have 2 somewhere, but it doesn't count any of these. It's fine. That is fine. So if we need some, though, just go ahead and get grabbed from there. So let's take all these guys out and let's just request ten. Put all these things in here. All these guys out. So now we have a whole ton of these, I would assume. 184. There's 192 in here. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, because it's taking into account things that have been reserved. Okay. That's fine. So this should work pretty well by itself now. And we'll do pretty much the exact same thing over here. Let's plot one of these things down for now. And when that's done, we make assembly machine 3. And we'll request that instead. Let's clear that out. We no longer request assembly machine 2. And anywhere we can, we'll start making assembly machine 3. They're a lot more expensive, but I think you can put 3 of these things in, which means they can run at a lot less power. So these are currently drawing 60 kilowatts. The assembly machine 3 with 3 of those insert probably run less. This of course is the bottleneck over here. We're running low on pretty much everything. Need more advanced circuits, which is coming down this way, which has been bled dry by everything else before it. That's the path. Yeah, we're not making any advanced circuits over here because there's no plastic. And I think we look into that already, and there's no plastic because there is no oil. And right now I'm not sure there's much we can do about it because there's some oil over there. I'm not sure I'm ready to run another pipe all the way up here. So we have some oil, no petroleum gas. There's just no plastic over here because just need petroleum gas. That's it. Now this one still has priority, even though it doesn't really do anything. There's no kind of oil anywhere. So over here, we're pumping. U is small, but so these are all depleted and only produce 2 a second. This one is not produced 6.2, so 2, 4, 6, 14 point something a second of oil. And we need more oil. There's some there, some oil here. Need to expand our border down grab this oil and pipe it up here. That's some progress, and I think and suddenly we just make a whole bunch of plastic again. I don't know what. Oh, I think it's just basically hidden like a sawtooth pan. So these guys filled up with oil. These guys kick in, pump out a bunch of stuff. These guys kick in, pump out more stuff, and then plastic get produced. But I was saying, instead of doing it now when we are sort of just limping along, I would wait a little bit when we have more things running and start building some rail network so that we can quickly go from one place to another, because the base getting pretty big and I would rather not have to run around too much. Okay, so that's what's stopping all this stuff, is the lack of red circuits. I do have some on me, so just pumped it on there. And I'm following these robots because they're coming to get some red circuit somewhere, probably right here. I'm asking for 50, they deliver. Let's go ahead and take this off actually, and instead of just grabbing it willy-nilly, I'm going to grab it at the end of the line here so that it get a chance to be split off before we just grab and fill it. That way it doesn't get priority over everything else. So even though there's very little production, a little bit of it still comes down this way. Okay. So these guys are waiting for something else as well. Red circuits, of course. Everybody's waiting for red circuits. Oh, red circuits come this way. Okay. I was trying to figure out how they grab the red circuits on that belt, but they don't. So we just need some purple signs. That's the one that's lacking. Wow. So I put the red circuits on the wrong place. Some of those in there. Let's build ourselves some furnaces and get the signs working again. And the research require purple sign, not yellow. That's why these guys are queued up. I understand now. The next step is to build some military signs. Probably build it right here. But now I'll have to wait for the next episode. For now, let's just make sure our factory is running, albeit very, very slowly. There's some purple beakers going through. Excuse me. Then again, I think I'll go for research and build some rails and start figuring out a plan to expand our borders. Here comes some plastic. These guys snap them all up. So we also put a requester chest right here. And we'll change this to connect to the logistic network only if these guys are less than, say, 50, 20. Okay. So we have, I can't tell how many we have because the little thing on the bottom here covers that corner, but I assume no, it's right there. I can't really tell. It's unfortunate. I'm sure there's a way to turn that off, but I don't know it. It's almost done. Let's go ahead and put all those in there. There we go. That allows us to do logistic 3, which is blue belt. So I think I'll research that as well, because at some point we need to do all this good stuff. Actually, no. Nuclear power, it's gonna be a while before we do that. Grenade damage, laser turret damage 1. Then let's research that. This one will now make these. Need speed module and assembly machine 2. So this one will ask for assembly machine 2, just 10. Speed module 10 is fine as well. Here comes all the robots. And then we'll put it into a chest. And I don't have any chests, so let's build a chest. At this point we need to start building these guys as well, automatically. So now if I put one of these guys down, let's just make this, I gotta put 4 of these in. Okay, so not only that I can put efficiency, I can also put like production of bonus of speed, all that stuff. That's good. So now let's request a couple of these. And something around here is running all the time. Let's assume that these first 2 red circuit things running all the time because they're the one that use all the stuff. So let's plop these 2 down. And now I can't do this Um, so this one used 41 kilowatt versus 60, so that's a net gain for us. And let's do the same thing. I can't control click because I think if I control click I'll put 4 in there. You can try. Yeah, we don't want that. So now what I would do is blueprint this. And just flop it here. Nope, can't do it. That's kind of unfortunate. This is going to be time consuming. Let's replace these guys here. Again, I can't just control click these anymore. I can build some of these myself as well. It takes a long time. So one of these is just faster, that's all. Look at that, we have some red circuits coming through. This one, that's the wrong thing. I think I mistakenly clicked on something there. That was bad. This would just take forever. That's why we want these things to be built automatically and not by us. And also we probably want these guys to be built by these machines so that they can be built faster. The other thing that we are running out of is these things, and we need to make this one grenades, piecing round, and gun turret. So I think for now, let's put this one here. In a cheaty kind of way, I think. Can't do it. Like this. One back. This. Request all that stuff. Then we'll put it over here. Join the belt in like this. So I need grenades, which is not being made automatically. To make grenades we need coal and something else. Grenade is coal and iron plates. So grenade, coal and iron plates. So that should be working pretty soon. We'll make a nice section for it later, but for now that should get things running a little bit. We certainly have coal in the system, we just need to make them provider chests. I know there's a reason why I put these things in here. And let's build a couple more. These are iron chests. We probably won't use any more iron chests at some point. But until that day, we'll keep them around. Alright, we have a whole ton of robot frame now. Let's build 20 more of these guys. And somehow I think my clicks are all wrong, but that's okay. So now we have 100 of them even to go and just transfer everything everywhere. Here we go, we start to have military science coming. You go all the way over here. Alright, so for now our science is sort of working. A little bit wonky, but it is working. And I'll just fill the rest of this stuff up if I can with the assembly machine 3. And we'll build some of these stack inserter. And see how they work. So one of these need 3 copper cable. So one of those guys is sufficient. These guys require a kilowatt to run as opposed to 400 watts. This one is missing something, I believe. Oh, speed module, of course. Are we making speed module up here? We are. And it's not making anything because it doesn't have this guy has depth. Okay. This guy has dip because we need to build a lot of these guys. So instead of doing that, if I split it here, take this guy here instead. Oh, that's not what I meant to do at all. This way. They both have a chance to get some red circuits. So some of these will get made. Some of those will get made. I guess while I'm talking about all that, I could have made some myself. Oh, we just finished that. Laser damage 2, laser shooting 1. Just reset shooting speed because that's cheaper. While I'm doing that, let's definitely queue up some of these things. So that's the next step, is to upgrade the whole factory to use assembly machine 3 with 3 efficiency modules. We're definitely cranking out some of these guys now. Looks like this section is not running as fast as it could either. Well, I mean, it's running as fast as it could, it's just not enough to feed all the stuff over here. Oh, we're using it to make the purple circuits. That's why. This is all filled up. Let's look at our energy. We're doing fine, I think. Famous last word. So this one is not really running. Let's just go and use that one. Let's just build a couple more of these. Just finish this whole row up just because I can. I don't think I need all these guys either. Let's go ahead and cancel that and build these guys up afterward. Let's make these things a little faster. Not that it needs to be, but it looks nice. Oh, we're still missing one over here. Oops. We need speed module. In order to make speed module, we need advanced circuits. We suddenly don't have enough of those. Oh, look at that. One delivered to us. Okay. And right now all this stuff up here is not really limited to the processing speed of the other machines, so I'm not going to upgrade those yet. However, the other thing we can try to do is that we can try to enhance our oil production and things by pumping these in, but I don't feel like that's worthwhile. I really don't want to use these for no particular reason. Then I just don't like them. I feel like it's so much better to just acquire more resource and use efficiency module. But anyway, I think we need to call this to an end, because we have managed to I think fully run our science. Let's cue this right here and keep some light around. A little bit of light, brighten things up a little bit. But yeah, I think we have our science pretty much automated now, even though quite rickety, given how we use just a little bit of requester logic over here to bring things in to make science, and it'll be very slow because we don't have two of these guys, and our robots and sources and things are far apart. But for now is working. In the next episode we'll try to get this to run a little bit more. Actually, in the next episode I think we'll start working on expanding our factory. We need to move out and secure more resources. Look at this. Oh, I thought this is whole copper area. Look at all these resources we can get to. And there's copper and iron up here, so maybe we'll expand up here first. We'll start building our rail network over here, and just go up and start grabbing these things. There's no biters up here that we can see off, so we'll definitely just expand outward this way. Also, the other possibility is expand out this way and secure the oil, because we need oil. But yeah, that is the goal for the next episode. For now, thank you very much for watching. And actually, the other thing that I need to do is automated making inserters and belts and chests, all those things that would make our lives easier. Actually, one thing I do want to make real quick before we're done is putting these guys into provider chests as well, because that way I don't have to worry about that not in the network. So a ton of coal in the network. Pretty good stuff. And it's funny, the other thing I just realized, that I have these two guys over here sitting doing nothing, and put everything on the belt, and they are not going anywhere. So let's go ahead and grab all that stuff from the belt, and put in a chest so that our robot can at least use it. Of course, that would just drain more of the red sign packs or red and green circuits here, but we need the purple packs anyway. Okay. So the next episode should be more exciting. We should expand things and get more oil, more drain, more everything, more resources, more factory, more everything. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice day. Bye bye.